Well, you've seen the question in the title. Is this the toughest stage of the Southwest Coast Path? It's 16 miles from Hartland Key to Bude, and spectacularly beautiful as it is, it's definitely up there amongst the toughest. There's a day from St Ives to Pendine, which I did back end of last year with a full pack on, and that's tough. That is tough. And there's a couple in Dorset. Just bear with me a sec. There are a couple of days in Dorset that are very, very up and down. But today is 16 miles, thereabouts, maybe 15 and a half, but we're not quibbling. And the other thing is, there's over 5,000 feet of ascent and descent. So it's like a day in the Munros, really, 2 or 3 Munros. Doesn't help when you're not very fit, like me, or pushing 60 years of age, like me, or it's forecast to be the hottest day of the year so far, like it is. It's going to be 32 degrees in London today. Hopefully it'll be a little bit cooler here by the coast, southwest coast, but it's going to be a hot one, and I struggle in the heat, always have done. Struggled last year on the Southwest Coast Path when I did a few days, 6-7 days around Land's End. It was too hot. So I've gone and picked today to do the hardest stretch on the whole walk. So we'll see how we get on. I'm not carrying a full pack, that's the only advantage. But it's a gorgeous day. A little bit of cloud at the moment, which I'm not complaining about. I'll soon be stripping off this top. And we'll see how we go. I think I'm expecting it to be about 10 hours. Gabby's picking me up in Bude at 6 o'clock this evening. It's just before 8. I'm looking forward to a fabulous day, but I know it's going to be hard. I need the exercise. Okay, I will speak to you anon. Bye for now. There's a stone trap down there, giving it. So there are 10 significant climbs. Lots of ups and downs all day today, but there's 10 significant climbs, which are what make it such a tough day. I mean, you'll see some later that are incredibly steep descents and reascents, etc. But this is the first one, not far out of Hartland, and this isn't too bad. Done it many times. and I'm fresh, so should be okay. Couple of surfers out already. An overnighter there. This is where we camped a week or two ago, me and Gabby. Lovely evening we had. Super rugged here. Well, I'm not sure whether that's one of the climbs, the second climb out of the valley there. It was quite a nice steady climb, if I'm honest, so whether I'm going to say that's number 2 and we'll see how we go. I'm going to be talking to the camera a little bit more today than I normally do because my mum has given me orders to. She watches my film. My mum's 84. She tunes into YouTube to keep up to date with what we're up to, but she doesn't like these silent videos. She prefers ones with a bit of dialogue in, narrative, etc. So I apologise to everybody else watching that you're going to have to listen to my dulcet northern tones for a while today, but hopefully I'll find something interesting to say. One of my other followers is Mick and Sandra, long-term friends. It was Mick's birthday a week or so ago, and just want to wish you happy birthday. 66 years of age, can now draw the state pension, which is ridiculous because he still seems the same age as when I met him about 30 years ago. He only looks about 40, git. I have to check what his skin regime is and steal it. But anyway, happy birthday, Mick. When I nipped out the other day for a card, I walked into town, a birthday card for Mick that is, and some donuts for Gabby, gluten free. I put some little liner socks on and some trainers, and it's only 3 miles there and back, but I managed to rub the skin off my heel, and it's not really healed, it keeps splitting, and so I'm already got that on my mind. It's not too bad, it's nothing really, but you feel everything through your feet, so I might have to replaster that in a while because the one I put on doesn't seem to be working. Okay, I will get a move on. Absolutely stunning day now. Fantastic coastline, and it's really hot. So they said it was going to be hot and a bit cooler by the shoreline. But I'll be sweating a few gallons today. Hopefully I can find places to replace it. I've got my water filter and I've got a couple of litres in my bag, so I don't like overheating and I don't like dehydrating. Hence I've come out on the hottest day of the year. Okie doke, I will speak to you soon. Hello Mum, hope you're enjoying it. That's a long way down, and this is sheer. The hillside has just fallen away here into the sea. This was the site of an ancient British fort or settlement. But half of it doesn't exist anymore. The sea has claimed it. Absolutely stunning day and a stunning walk. done just 4 1/3 miles, not got very far, but it's the easiest 4 miles or so of the walk. The next 8 are quite savage in terms of ups and downs. The next descent is down to sea level, so you can see how far the sea is. And then I've got to climb up out of it as well. So, and the last couple of miles are quite easy into Bude. But yeah, the hard work hasn't really started yet. I've still only done 2 climbs. 8 big ones to go. Speak to you soon. These are the earthworks of that ancient fort. Not sure they really come across, but it's pretty much the highest point on the ridge. What a fabulous place to live it would have been. A bit blowy in winter. Embury Beacon it's called, a disappearing hill fort. I think that's Upper Sharp Nose Point. And we meet Lower Sharp Nose later along the trail. This is Welcome Mouth, or the descent down to Welcome Mouth, and that will be about 5.5 to 6 miles done. But then it gets serious. All those cliffs there's a lot of up and downs on those cliffs. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so this is a really steep descent. It's descent number 3, followed by climb number 3. I don't know whether you can see that, but climb number 3. Excuse me. Climb number 3 is as long and hard as it gets. So 8 climbs to go. Here we go. So here we go. This is only the third climb of the day, and there's 10. This could be one of the longest and hardest though, so let's see how we go. I've just had a couple of sandwiches and a lot of liquid, so probably not the best timing for this, but we'll see how we get on. Scenery is stunning around here though. Speak to you soon. This is Ronald Duncan's hut, poet and playwright. Died in 1982, but built this place for study, reflection and writing. Quite inspiring. This is a serious descent now, but on the other side of the bridge down there is Cornwall, so it's another little milestone ticked off when we get down there. But yeah, steep and then a big climb, number 4. Speak to you soon. So we're in Cornwall, that's from now, all the way down to Bude, and this is climb number 4. Looks a longer, less steep, but a long one. Speak to you soon. This is descent number 5 and ascent number 5. Couple of decent zigzags, but it's a lot of height gain. That's about 400 or 500 feet height gain, so yep, it goes virtually down to sea level, this descent. But when I've got to the top of that 5th one, I'll consider myself about halfway, so doing okay, no panic just yet for water or food or anything like that. Speak to you soon. Descents don't go much straighter and steeper than this one. This really is like going downstairs, a long way downstairs. That's the path I've just come down. Quite glad I don't have to go up there. That is a monster. Whew. About to start climb 6. Doesn't look very inviting. This is a good one. This is descent number 7 followed by ascent number 7. Some good zigzags there and some steps up to that point there. So ticking them off, but I'm pretty tired now. Thankfully there's a cool breeze blowing, but I'm still pretty tired. Stunning day though. There's a fantastic bird here flying. Some kind of hawk, kestrel, falcon or something. And that is ascent number 7. And that is a genuine scroll buster. That is steep. Thankfully they put some zigzags in, but it's still a long way up. I'm going to have a rest and a drink first. Before I set off on this climb number 7, which looks a beast, just thought I'd update you on Gabby's current situation and why she's not here today. Well, she's still waiting for this surgery on her knee. She's going into Exeter Hospital in a couple of weeks' time for pre-op examinations and checks, etc. X-rays. She's hoping, she hasn't been given a specific date, but she's been told they're trying to get her in for September sometime. So that's not too bad. It's not too bad in that it's only 6 weeks away. The fact that it's 21 months since she first busted her knee puts it into perspective. So she's been on crutches for nearly all that time, and movements restricted, and of course activities restricted. So she's getting pretty much to the end of her tether. She's got to have 2 operations. Second one, quite a major operation. I think the rehab could take as much as 12 months, so she won't be chucking the crutches away just yet, but if she can get the operations done, at least then she can feel, and they're successful of course, she can at least feel like she's making progress on a daily basis rather than just treading water. So It's a shame she can't be here. She absolutely loves this type of walking. But we're slowly counting the days down now, so fingers crossed she can rehab over winter and hit the ground running next spring. 3 walks we want to do together, backpacks. Pembrokeshire Coast Path, which is about 190 miles, southwest Wales. The Skye Trail, which is only 80 or so miles, but it's across the very rugged Skye, Isle of Skye in Scotland. And the Fisherman's Trail, which is in the southwest corner of Portugal. That looks beautiful. Again, I think it's around about 100 miles. So those 3 are on the to-do list. We'll see what happens next year. Okay, I will now reluctantly tackle this climb. I've been procrastinating, I must admit, but it's number 7, so we're getting there. Speak to you soon. Oh my word, look at that. How amazing is that? I'm sure there's a way down to that beach, but not today for me. But what an amazing view. Oh, I can see the old Coast Guard lookout. That's another climb and descent from here. But we're doing alright, doing alright. The views keeping my mind off the pain I'm in. Okay, so this is descent number 8, followed by climb number 8, which doesn't look as bad as some of the others, although I've got to get over there, so it looks like a long steady climb this. It's a GCHQ, which you'll see later. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. It's not as hot as some days that I've walked on and struggled. It's just a very light, cool breeze, which is beautiful. Keeping the heat down, thankfully. But I could glug all the water I've got. Never carry enough. So I'm about an hour away from water, I think. So I've got to make it last. Okay, I'll get going. Speak to you soon. About the top of climb 8, long climb that one. Started steeply and then it levelled out a bit, but always uphill. I think I'm near enough at the top now. few undulations, but the main climb is over. Oh, feeling it. Can't work out how many miles I've done because I looked down at my watch and it was on pause. I've no idea how long it's been on pause for. Frustrating that. But I've probably done 9.5 to 10. 6 to go, which is a long way still. But I think I've done the worst of the climbing. So one more big climb, I think. And then another one out of duck pools, which isn't too bad if I remember correctly. Just having a minute on this lovely bench. I don't know whether you can see up there, but that's GCHQ. There are some big satellite dishes there. Listening to the Ruskies, see what they're plotting next. But there's a climb up to those dishes, and I can't see what the descent is like in between. But that's climb number 9. So, making progress, albeit very slow. It's very hot now. Not sure what time it is. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but as a result, it's pretty hot. Okay, climb 9 starts here. It seems to go up into the sky. So I think the first section's steep, and then it's a long climb up to GCHQ. Nice views though. These sheep probably work for GCHQ. I reckon they're all spies. Probably checking my every move. Which is pretty slow at the moment. That's duck pools, where me and Gabby camped once, a few years back. And that's the last serious descent and climb of the day, and then from up there it's a gentle drop down into Bude. Still a couple of hours to go at least, so I'll be struggling to meet the 6 o'clock schedule, but we'll do my best. This is duck pools, quite nice on a nice day like today. Just filtered some water from this stream. But I've been sick immediately afterwards, and I don't think it's because of the water. I think it's a problem I have when I'm dehydrated, stroke, knackered. So that didn't stay down. So I've got to get over this last hill and then about 3 miles back to Bude. I'm running behind a little bit, so I better get a move on. think that post on the top is the last high point of climb 10. After that, should be relatively smooth all the way. Absolutely knackered. My hopes and dreams have been dashed. There's one more climb. Oh dear. Those first two must have counted as one. 10, 11, doesn't really matter. Gonna be late for Gabby. Oh well, here goes. Approaching beautiful Bude now. Probably got 2 miles to go. Should be quite straightforward. So I suppose it's a good time as any to answer the question I presented at the beginning of the day. Is this the toughest section of the Southwest Coast Path? But it's tough. It's tough for me. Maybe other people who are younger, fitter, in better condition will be okay with it. But I'm an hour behind schedule. And I can't imagine many tougher walks for me. Luckily the weather and the scenery have been spectacular. Taking my mind off of a few of those hills, but there's 11 climbs and 11 descents, and they weren't just gentle strolls, they're steep and rough. The knee was giving me a lot of pain on the descents, and everything was giving me pain in the ascents. But it looks like I'm going to complete it, not in a record time, but 15-16 miles in that kind of terrain in this weather, it's okay, but I'm at my absolute limit. I was spent after 10 miles and nothing more to give or offer. I'm just desperate for a drink. The cafe was closed, 5:10, 5:15. Absolutely been thinking about a lager shandy for about 2 hours. Disappointing when it doesn't arrive. Never mind. So it's all relative, I guess. It's been a while since I've had a tougher walk. Probably last year on the section from St Ives to Pendine, but that was a very, very hot day. It's a toss up between those two, I think. It's definitely one of the best days if you can do it in one. I don't think I will ever do one with a backpack. It's very satisfying. But Also very painful. So, in my opinion, this is the toughest day's work on the coast path. I wouldn't like to do it in rain. So, that's my answer. If anyone's got a different opinion, let us know. I'm grateful that I've had such a lovely day doing it. It's tiring. As I say, I'm done in now. But it's been worth it. If I get to the end, it is. Okay. Bye for now.
There comes a time I won't belong on these streets, in these crowds, in this room, in your eyes, and you no longer know whether to stay or to go. Take me or leave me, rusty and bleeding, or open on the floor. Well, hours will be hours. I'll slip right through your hand. Doesn't matter what you wish for. Doesn't matter.